Good morning, early risers. Welcome back to the Sunday morning 7 a.m. Club, your all in one weekly reset. We're designed to help you slow down, tune in, and set yourself up for the exact kind of success that doesn't allow you to burn out. Today, we're actually talking about less hustle and more flow, and we'll be exploring that art of easing up on the frantic push and pull of daily life while still remaining seriously productive and on purpose. So, what's on the menu this morning? Well, we're going to open up with the why behind our topic, plus a little quick little energy raising tips to help you get in the right headspace. Then we're going to talk about the quote of the day. We'll dive into journaling exercises. We'll do a manifestation exercise to plant the seeds of your effortless change to reset your mind. We're going to do some breath work as we've done in the last couple of weeks to center ourselves, followed by a guided meditation. And then we're going to have you gently float down a river in that meditation. We're going to work a little bit on our bodies. We're going to do a little bit of movement. And then we're going to talk about a little nutrition and wellness to set us into place. So grab your coffee, your green juice, your lemon water. Let's settle in and let's get started. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Club, the place where we battle burnout and brew up bold ideas, preferably over a steamy cup of coffee. I'm Faye Chappell, and I'm your ringleader for these re-energizing Sundays. If you're ready to crack the code on resetting your mindset, rebooting your goals, and laughing a little along the way, well, you're in the right place. So let's dive in. Hello, early birds and unstoppable entrepreneurs. I'm Faye Chappell, and I'm here at my home studio where I will help you bounce back from burnout and step up into the next level life, right? Life and business. That's it. We want to get rid of that burnout and step into it without eye bags or feeling stressed or feeling bloated or feeling unwell. Our mission here goes hand in hand with the company that I founded, the Mastermind City, where you can meet a global community of go-getters who really want to do more than just hustle. They want legacy, they want impact and lifestyle that actually feels good, a lifestyle without burnout. So we're all about setting high standards, but letting go of that frantic push. Because guess what? You can have big dreams and big peace of mind if you learn to work with your natural rhythms instead of against them, right? You have to work with your natural rhythms instead of against them. So today we're focusing on an approach that says goodbye to all the hustle, no rest, and hello to make it happen in flow. So if you're ready to get started, again, make sure you have your water or your tea, your coffee, whatever you need this morning. If you have a piece of paper and a pencil, or if you've downloaded our planner, our reflective planner, please feel free to. It's at sundaymornings.city. Oh, sorry, sundaymornings.club. Apologize, I'm getting them mixed up. So go ahead and do both of those and let's set the stage, okay? Because most of us have been told that we need to hustle nonstop. We need to wake up early, stay up late, do all those things all the time. But there's a growing awareness that hustle for hustle's sake can leave us depleted, uninspired, and ironically less productive in the long run. So, right now, wherever you are, take a moment to just roll your shoulders back, inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and feel your feet on the floor grounding you, or your bum if you're sitting. Make sure you feel grounded. And I want to make you imagine a morning that doesn't begin with your heart racing at endless to-do lists. Instead, I want you to imagine an internal calm that sparks your best ideas and your most enjoyable work. That's the energy we're tapping into today, right? Less hustle, more flow, right? Less frantic, more focused. I think we all want that in our lives, right? So why do we keep hustling ourselves into oblivion, even when you know it's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable to go, 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 go. Well, there's a few things that really come into play in terms of what the culprits are.
One of them is really society's programming, right? We're bombarded by messages that equate success with always being busy. It's like we wear that badge, right? That stress badge of honor, right? So everyone in society says we must hustle in order to succeed. Number two is the fear of falling behind, right? When everyone else is shouting about how hard they're working and the grind, we might feel guilty if we're not equally as exhausted, as weird as that sounds. That's one of the biggest ones that I find. If somebody else is doing it, then we feel we need to do it too. And number three is the lack of strategy. A lot of us hustle because we're not really clear on a better way. We equate doing a lot with making progress. In reality, they are not the same thing. And number four is validation. Sometimes we hustle because we crave that external approval. We want to be always on. We can feel that if we're always on and we look like we're working hard, we can actually look productive even when we're not probably actually productive, right? So the mission today is to show you that stepping into flow, where you're aligned with tasks that truly matter, can actually generate more results with less burnout. So I want you to think of this quote today. Here's your quote of the Sunday: is nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Let's think about that. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Let's be honest. Nature's got this whole steady growth thing down, right? Flowers don't set alarms for 5 a.m. or stay up till midnight in a panic about whether they're going to bloom in time, right? They just do their thing. They're gracefully, they're in sync with the environment. It's not a productivity hack. I just don't know what it is. It is flow, I guess, for lack of a better word. So I want you to take your planner or your journal out, and I want you to take a few minutes here, and I want you to grab your journal or a piece of paper. I want you to explore what you might be forcing progress in your life or business. So I'm going to ask you this question. This is what I want you to answer. In what area of your life or business do you feel consistently drained or frustrated? What area of your life or your business do you feel consistently drained or frustrated? I want you to think about that. Everyone's got one. Giving you a minute. And as you write down that simple sentence, not too long, not too short, just a simple sentence to remind you, what are you believing about yourself or your work that keeps you pushing too hard in that area? What do you believe about yourself or your work? It could be, I think I have to work hard or I won't achieve success. I've always been told that I must work 9 to 5 or I must work 8 till 7. The only way to get there. Or maybe you're just doing too much at home. But what do you believe about yourself? If you have idle time, if you're not working, do you feel somehow that you're not worthy, that you're slacking off? What is it that makes you push so hard? And could there be a simpler approach to that? So, someone to delegate something to something you can automate, a task that you can outright eliminate. We've talked about this in the past, but I want you to understand it from hustle. So, if you are constantly hustling, do you really need to for that one area that is really causing you the most stress and pain and frustration? Is there a simpler approach? I want you to really think about that and take your time, and you can go back to that anytime you want throughout this morning. But I really want you to focus on it because you need to understand why you're hustling in order for you to rest it. So I I've been brought up like most of you to think you work Monday to Friday all day. I used to work a lot more than 9 to 5, but this year one of my decisions when I was doing my life map was that I would not work on Fridays and I would actually do whatever I wanted to do. And that doesn't mean if you want to sit to Netflix, you can. But what for me it meant was I would like to go explore places. I would like to do something that I've always wanted to work on, but it's not something that's going to bring me money, or something that I wanted to read. I wanted to read some books or watch some videos. So really that was my goal. And so what I recognized was I didn't have to work that extra day. I am self-employed, so I have the luxury of being able to plan out my schedule, but I realized that I could get it all done in 4 days and then have that day to myself. So I wasn't going to hustle, hustle, hustle every single day of my life, right? So what is it for you? Again, could there be a simpler approach for you to pare it down? My simple approach was simply taking Fridays off for me, which I've never really done. So that was a big, big thing. So I want you to take this action step and I want you to write down one concrete change that you can make this week to reduce that stress and hustle, right? Maybe it's moving a deadline, maybe it's hiring an assistant, maybe it's carving out a no work evening. Whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself, from what you've written down, what one concrete change can you actually make this week to reduce the stress of all that hustle, right? Just one. It's not a lot to ask. So I'm sure you can think of it. You're all smart people. So give yourself some time. And if you need extra time, you can always watch this replay and pause it and come back to me when you are finished the exercise. But I really want you to really think about what you can do to make that change. Listen, guys, you are here again. It's Sunday morning. You're here. You're here every Sunday. That means you want change. And in order to have change, you have to act. ACT. Action changes things, right? Action changes things. So, what are you going to do to change? All right, let's carry that into our manifestation exercise. So let's do a quick manifestation exercise just to anchor that idea of ease and alignment. And we want to anchor that into your subconscious, right? So number one, I want you to set an intention. So please close your eyes. Everyone watching, close your eyes. Don't look at me. Close your eyes and silently say to yourself, I choose to invite flow and ease into my life and work. Do that. I choose to invite flow and ease into my life and work. Keep your eyes closed. Now I want you to visualize. Imagine a typical day. Maybe it's Monday. Instead of racing to the clock, see yourself moving through the tasks that you have for Monday with confidence and calm. You're meeting deadlines, you're having creative breakthroughs, your energy is steady. Okay? Really feel it. Imagine that day. If anything else comes your way, kick it out. Just imagine this day. Now I want you to amplify that feeling. Notice how it feels to be this calm, this productive, right? Let that feeling expand your chest. Let it reach every aspect of your body, keeping your eyes closed. See how that feels when you can walk through that day. So as you inhale, think of how great it feels. And as you exhale, let go of the idea that success can be stressful and replace it with the belief that when you flow, you grow. That's an easy one, right? I like that one. When you flow, you grow. So go ahead and exhale and remember that. Now I want you to take one more deep breath. Your eyes are closed. And as you exhale, I just want you to firmly say, I allow flow to guide my success. I allow flow to guide my success. Or if you're happy saying when you flow, you grow, whatever feels right to you. But I want you to say these are manifestations, they are affirmations, and I want you to say these to remind yourself these are not miracle magical cures. Everything works because of your intention. So I teach feng shui. And the energy, the reason we move things is because we want the energy to flow. And when we put certain things in certain areas, it also reinforces your intention. So when you see something, right? So what I want you to do with this manifestation is, again, I said, when you flow, you grow. If that's your thing, you can write it down, you can put it on your computer, you can put it on your desktop. And as you see that manifestation note, that affirmation, I want you to take those deep breaths and remind yourself of that morning where you're in flow, right? You're in flow for the day. You're making sure that everything works. And when you come back to that, each time you see the quote or whatever it is that triggers you, you will start to slow down your breathing, which of course reduces your stress. Okay, so speaking of breathing, let's go right into our breath work. For the last 2 weeks, we've been doing 4-7-8. Today, we're going to do box breathing with a little bit of twist to really enhance your relaxation. So let me explain it first before we actually go into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our nose for 4 counts. So inhaling, and then we're going to hold for 4 counts, right? This is our box breath, right? Box. So we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 4. We're going to exhale for 4 through our mouth. And then when our lungs are completely empty, we're going to hold it empty for 4. Does everyone get that? So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale, and then hold. So ready to try that? Okay, we're going to repeat this pattern 5 times. And if your mind wanders, I want you to refocus on the counting. This breathing method, it lowers your stress levels, it improves mental clarity, and it grounds you firmly in the present moment. It's an ideal state for nurturing flows, really nurturing flow over hustle, which is what we're getting at. So I want you to sit comfortably now because we're moving into meditation. We're going to do a little bit of a guided meditation. So I want you to find a comfortable seat, letting your spine be tall but not rigid. Don't feel like you have to hold yourself up. Just have good posture. I want you to close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes and start noticing your breath. No judgment, just gentle awareness. No box breathing, just inhaling and exhaling. Okay? Keep your eyes closed. Continue with the breath. Now picture yourself beside a calm, clear river. The sun is warm on your skin. The breeze is soft. And with each inhale, you draw in tranquility from the surrounding area. And with each exhale, you release tension, you release worry, you release any nagging thought of I must hustle. Breathing in tranquility, breathing out stress. Slowly you step onto a small wooden raft that gently moves with the current. And as the raft glides, you sense that the water effortlessly carries you forward. There's no need to paddle. There's no need to worry about how it's moving. The river knows exactly where it's going. It's calm, it's peaceful, it's a beautiful flow. Continue your breath. Feel the subtle movements underfoot, the supporting, the lull of the water. Let yourself trust this natural motion, much like trusting life's flow. We want to go into that flow. We want to begin to notice your mind quieting. I want you to focus on just keeping it still. Ideas can come, but they're more like gentle suggestions rather than demands. You're slowly watching those ideas and allowing them to flow. I want you to take a deep inhale and slowly exhale. In this space, everything you need is either already with you or it's on its way. So there is no rush. Each ripple in the water represents a new opportunity that arrives in perfect time. No rushing, it comes when you need it. I want you to feel that gratitude rise in your heart for this moment of peace, calm, it's serene. I want you to acknowledge that when you're calm and present, your best ideas, your highest efficiency, naturally surface. Take one more slow inhale, filling your lungs completely, and then exhale, releasing anything that doesn't serve your flow. Continue to breathe, inhaling and exhaling slowly. Take 5 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, inhale one more time, and exhale. And gently open your eyes, bringing that serene river energy back into your day. So can you keep that going? Whenever you feel a little stressed, I want you to start working on all of these exercises we've been doing. We've been journaling, we've been doing manifestation, breath work, meditation, and now we want to add some movement too. So it is really time to merge mind and body right into that. So what you want to do is we're just going to start with a few slow and gentle stretches, and then as we go, I'm going to give you some homework to do. So you're going to slowly do some neck rolls. So you're going to roll your neck in a circle, clockwise and counterclockwise. So 3 in one direction, very slowly. And as you do this, you can feel your tension move away. Then you're going to, when you get back to center, you're going to repeat in the other direction, all the way around, feeling that tension release as you go. One more round. Again, at your own pace, feel you can go as slow as you want to. And then we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So I want you to inhale your shoulders up to your ears. So inhale, and then exhale, drop them down. Let's do that 10 times. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay, as we're sitting, or if you're standing, put your hands on your hips. You gently arch your spine on the inhale and then round it on the exhale. So do we understand that? So as we inhale, we're going to arch it forward. As the exhale, we're going to round it down. We're just getting movement into our body, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep that going. A couple more times, inhaling, exhaling, and rounding. Now, if you're with me, I'd like you to do a few minutes of some standing stretches, and that can be with sun salutations, which is a yoga practice, or anything you want. My suggestion is really simple. We're going to do a few sun salutations, only 2 or 3 of them, and a few stretches, whether it's downward dog or lower lunges. There is nothing that must be done. Anything you do is good. I want you just to move for 10 minutes. So whether that is after we finish the session, you go for a walk, or you just spend 10 minutes stretching, that's all you need to do. If you go to our sister site, Clarity Wellness Collective, and I'm going to send you, there'll be a link at the bottom of this. Feel free to go to that on YouTube, where you'll find a lot of free yoga classes, stretches, a little bit of Pilates, a lot of different options. So feel free to do any of those. But if you'd like to just do a few sun salutations, which is really just stretching your arms up, bending forward, and basically going into downward dog. So we're going to do a few of those. And if you're not ready to do those yet, then feel free to do any type of movement that you want. But all I'm asking you to do is do a set of movement for at least 10 minutes. This is our Sunday morning. If you can do it every day, that's much more beneficial. If you find that the hustle is getting to you, the stress is coming up, then the best thing to do is do any of these techniques that we have done in order to get a little more calmness into your system. So any of these, feel free to adapt whatever you feel is right for you to be in flow. For some of us, again, that's walking. Some of us do Pilates, yoga. Some of us just like to do stretches. Whatever it is, we want your body to move. You can go back to the shaking that we did in episode 1, and we did a little bit in episode 2. So, really, that's just shaking your body and loosening everything. And that's the same. You're getting the tension and the stress out of your body. So, whatever works for you, I'm comfortable with. So, our next part is always we talk about a little bit of nutrition, a little bit of tips. I only give you one a week, and then that way you're building on it so that you're slowly changing things. And I know that's hard to do. So if we can do it just a little bit at a time, that makes sense. Fueling for flow means really choosing food that supports long lasting energy, right? And mental clarity. You guys know this. So, what kind of foods are going to help you with that? Well, complex carbs and balanced proteins are one of the main ones, obviously. So, if you can pick good ones that are healthy, quinoa, lentils, leafy greens, those all have a slow burn of energy. So, they keep you sustained and moving. High quality proteins. So, whether you're eggs and salmon or you're on the tofu chickpea side, whichever one, but any of those proteins give your brain that extra brain boost. So I always ask that you check the label, make sure that there's nothing, no preservatives or anything else in them. That will help you. Try to eat as clean as possible. Always try to include some healthy fats. We know how good they are. Healthy fats, so avocados, nuts, seeds, they all support hormone balance and they keep you feeling satiated, right? Without really weighing you down. So those are really good fats. And then, of course, the one that we always refer to, which is staying hydrated, right? Water is truly essential for cognitive function. So if you're feeling sluggish, you might just be dehydrated. I know that's my first thought now when my energy starts depleting in the afternoon. I immediately go and grab some lemon water, cucumber water. This is lemon and ginger, which is one of my favorite mixes. But whatever it is that will allow you to continue is what you should put in your water. Water is your default. Always go to it. If you are absolutely, you're one of those days where you're like, I am starving, go have some water first and make sure it's not that you're dehydrated. And then consider adding magnesium food like spinach or pumpkin seeds, because anything with magnesium relaxes the muscles and it calms the nervous system. So it's especially beneficial when you're stepping out of that hustle mode, right? So spinach is always my go-to. I usually make spinach salads and I put pumpkin seeds on it. One of the things I put on it. If you guys want me to share recipes and that I use, they're very simple. They're not ones that take an hour to cook. They're usually just a few fresh ingredients. I like raw and I like clean, so that's really important. So you've mastered all of that, and now I want you to really think about understanding to prioritize your what I call active rest, right? So instead of scrolling on social media, doom scrolling, right, during your break, try to actually have a mini reset. So again, go for a quick walk, do a 5 minute meditation. You just did that. Have a beautiful herbal tea and step outside and enjoy the sunshine if you have it. So engaging in active rest throughout the day keeps your mind fresh, right? and makes your productivity really soar without the stress. So you don't necessarily need a nap. At 3 o'clock when some people say, "Oh, I need a nap. I'm just so tired." Maybe what you need is a walk. Maybe you need fresh air. You need some deep breathing, or maybe it is just some guided meditation. There's so many resources out there. I'm just trying to help you enjoy your path, getting on your path, starting your journey to make little tiny, tiny changes that will make a difference to your life. So, that wraps up this session of less hustle and more flow. You've got journaling to do, you have a manifestation moment to do, you have breath work to calm your nervous system, you have a guided meditation, you have movement to go ahead and do, right? And so all of that's going to come into play. You can go ahead and watch this session again and do whatever you feel like doing in that moment. But I want to stress very, very importantly, everything you've learned is building on each other. So every single week, I only see you guys on Sunday. So make sure that you're doing some of this work during the week, right? I have a really great free resource called Morning Routines, and you can get that. I'll put that below too. But if you go to hub.themastermind.city, that is our entrepreneurial hub. But you could actually access the morning routine training in there, and that will help you along the way. We have a whole bunch of free resources there, so I encourage you to go ahead and you can join for free. You can meet other people who are really trying to move forward and create their best flow states, to say. And so I really encourage you. I can't wait. I hope you're going to join us. So thank you for being part of Sunday Morning 7 a.m. Club. Let's keep moving forward, right? We're moving forward towards a life that really runs on inspiration, right? Not exhaustion. So we want to get rid of that burnout and live the life that we've always wanted to. So until next time, stay flowy, stay aligned, and remember, sometimes the best way to get ahead is to slow down and let life carry you.
And that's a wrap for today's Sunday Morning Club session. Feeling inspired? Well, good. Keep riding that wave all week long. And don't forget to join me live every Sunday at 7 a.m. for real-time conversations. So if you miss a session, no worries. Grab the replays, sign up for our next big thing, and get all the juicy details at sunnymornings.club. So thanks for tuning in. Go out there and spark some magic in your life and in your business.